Mark, thanks. Tomorrow kicks off a 4-day run of Independence Day celebrations happening all throughout the region. And one of the best tomorrow will be at Boone Lake's America's Bash. And there are a ton of things happening on the lake that you can enjoy from your boat. And here to tell us about it is someone with America's Bash. Now, thank you so much for joining us today. And tell us just a little bit, what is America's Bash?
America's Bash is a complete give back to the veterans in the area and also the community. This is open, completely to the public by water, so anybody gets to come, and it's mainly to honor veterans. Mr. Hatley started this years ago, so it's just been an ongoing thing.
And we know that this was, like you said, started a few years ago, but there is going to be a flyover and an honor for veterans. But what else can folks expect?
So we have two major bands coming this year. We have one that I cannot say, but they start at 5:15. So anybody that wants to come needs to anchor down early because we expect a very large crowd. And then our second act is at 8 p.m. and that is Craig Morgan.
Awesome. And I know that probably took a lot of work to bring them here and to get everybody settled for all of that. Now let's talk just a little bit too. I know that you said that, there's going to be a lot of things for people to do on the water, but maybe off the water too. Let's chat about that.
So off the water, we have a lot of things going on. Obviously, they'll get to enjoy the show. They can be within less than a football field from the stage. So they can be, from our main act and then from our opener, who's also really great. We just can't announce it. So that's going to be a super fun time for all the people on the lake. They can expect some food to be passed out, t-shirts, and maybe a couple other surprises.
And I know that there's a lot of surprises tomorrow, but let's talk a little bit about how folks can get there. I know this is going to be, like you said, on the water, but by boat only. Let's talk about the best ways to get there.
So by boat only is a very important thing. So anybody in the community, anybody, from the country can come to this, but they can only come by the lake. So we're going to be about half a mile south of Pickens Bridge, and you'll see us there for sure. We're going to have a huge stage and a big crowd, so we definitely recommend to anchor down as early as possible.
And I know that the night's going to cap off with some pretty fantastic fireworks. Let's talk about those fireworks and how big that's going to be in the sky.
The fireworks are, in my opinion, the best in town. They are going to be about a 20 to 25 minute show. That's insane. It's a jam-packed show. It's going to have an awesome soundtrack, so we are super excited for that. It's going to go on for a while, and they're going to be great.
Let's talk a little bit about Craig Morgan. I know you said you can't announce your opening act for him, but let's talk a little bit about how you were able to get him to come here to the Tri-Cities.
Craig Morgan, we reached out to him and he agreed to come in, and then our opening act, it was the same scenario. They were excited to hear about the give back to the veterans. I think that was the main goal there. Craig Morgan is actually a veteran, so that was a big thing for him.
And I know that this is really focused on veterans, like you mentioned. Let's talk a little bit about that veteran salute that's going to happen tomorrow.
Mr. Hatley has chosen 11 veterans to honor on stage tomorrow. That's going to take place about 7 o'clock right after our jet flyover by the United States Air Force. And each of those veterans is going to leave with some pretty awesome things. Some of them are going to win some crazy things, so we're very excited to give those things away to them.
Well, I know that tomorrow is going to be all about veterans and all about America, and I know that you did mention that you guys will have some food there, but otherwise folks probably need to bring their own food and drinks, right? Let's talk about that.
Absolutely, yes. So definitely anchor down. If you're going to anchor down early, I would suggest bringing a lot of food and a lot of drinks. We will have a select number of food that'll go out to the boats, thrown out or handed out.
However you can get it on the water, right?
However we can get it out there, and it's gonna be a great time. But I would definitely recommend to bring food and drinks for all day.
Awesome. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for all the hard work you've put into all of this. And again, here's another quick look at what's happening Saturday afternoon and evening. Live entertainment starts at 5:15. At 7 o'clock, that special flyover to honor America's heroes. And then at 8 o'clock, Craig Morgan starts his performance. And at 9:50 sharp, those fireworks begin. And again, sounds like a great time, but that is by boat only. So if you want to get out on the water tomorrow, you might want to go ahead and start on those plans tonight.